So we'll go David first and then Chika. So David, if you want to give us a quick 30-second sort of intro, explain who you are and why you're standing to be Postgrad officer. This is being recorded, so you both might want to turn cameras on if you want. It's up to you, but yeah, this will be recorded.
Okay, my name is David Oriazoan. I am 22 years old. University of Suffolk student studying business administration, my MBA program, and I am an entrepreneur. I run one of the well-known startups here in Lagos, Nigeria. It's a prop tech real estate company, and leadership to me has been a journey. And coming up, running for the postgraduate officer in the University of Suffolk, it's another journey for me to see how well I can make the postgraduate students well represented in the school. I can make them well reached out to the school. I can make their voice heard. I can pass information to them and make sure that they are carried along as everything goes. Because I'm a postgraduate student and I felt bad not being carried along for some particular things. And I want to see how well I can bridge that gap and make the postgraduate student more united, more carried along with things, more carried along with student union activities, and reach out to them on time. Bradley,
I'm speaking on mute. Sorry. Thanks very much, David. Chika, we'll come to you now. Do you want to do a quick 30 seconds, introduce yourself, and why you're standing to be postgraduate officer?
Okay, yes, I'll go on. Thank you for the opportunity, Bradley. My name is Chika Odisiri Ewefa, aka the Indefatigable Chika. I'm a graduate of philosophy from Nigeria and an accomplished business development leader in the financial institution. So I decided to run for this position of postgraduate officer because I observed the challenges we were passing through as online graduate students and felt that things could have been and should actually be better. This led me to create a support group on WhatsApp dedicated to peer-assisted study, where we shared ideas, encouraged each other, and then have collectively been raising our concerns and feedback to our partner institution. Becoming the postgraduate officer will enable me to give expression to the larger school opportunity about the three major pain points of the postgraduate students, particularly those of us studying online. And while serving as postgraduate officer, on behalf of my colleagues, I will be pursuing the following agenda. Number one, improvement in the tutoring experience. Number two, improvement in the administrative processes. And number three, improvement in the social and networking opportunities for all students on and off campus, local to the UK and international. Thank you, Bradley. Over to you.
Great, thank you, Chika. We have had someone else join us as well. Titileo, are you there at all? Are you able to unmute? Let us know if you're there.
Hello, Bradley. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Was it a 30-second introduction or more like a manifesto pitch?
So either's fine. It's just a chance to say whatever you want to say. Did you want to add something else?
Yeah, I did want to add something. I just thought it was more like an introduction.
Yeah, that's fine. You can add something now if you want quickly. That's fine.
Okay, great. So I have a very strong passion for unity, for school organization. So while I was in my undergraduate, I was the general secretary of my department and the president of my department. And what I'm facing and what my colleagues are facing as postgraduate students in this university is what were the challenges I came across while I was in my undergraduate days, and I was able to challenge and resolve those challenges. Issues of not being of reaching out to the school authority, issues of knowing your fellow colleagues, issues of assignments issues and stuff. So my partner university is UNICAF, so I I'm more like the course leader for the UNICAF program. So I set up groups, I set up events for them, I follow them up, and I reach out to them on time and get their queries across to our lecturers. So I'm very much interested in this position because I want to see how well I can coordinate the whole postgraduate students so we can speak more like one voice and make sure that we are well represented in the school. We reach out and unity is one.
Great, thanks for adding that, David. So I think the person that joined isn't actually a candidate. They were just observing, so they may join back in a minute, but we don't need to wait for them for questions. So we've got two questions for each of you. So Alex is going to ask one, our President Education, and Gagana is going to ask another one. So we'll take it in reverse order. So if we come to Chika first to answer this question, and then David. Alex, we'll go with your question first. President Education, what would you like to ask our candidates?
So yeah, as Bradley said, I'm Alex. I'm the President of Education at the University of Suffolk Students' Union. I was wondering, what do you think are the most important issues faced by postgraduate students?
Thanks, Alex. So if we go Chika, if you want to answer that first, and then David will come to you after.
Okay, thank you very much, David. Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, no, I was referring to the
Alex,
okay, so I'm going to be speaking precisely from my own experience being an online postgraduate student. So I would say that the most challenge that we have is in the tutor-student connection. Okay, so our experiences have been such that we have this notion that, or our experience is such that we think that there's a disconnect somehow from what we are experiencing as students and what the tutors are able to actually assist or provide to us. So that's the major pain point, okay? And then because we study online and we don't have access to these teachers online, I mean, real time, face-to-face, it kind of creates a bigger divide because I have to send an email to the tutor and I have to expect a response that would assist me in perhaps dealing with the modules assessment and weekly assignments. But those are not as forthcoming as we would expect. So it kind of makes the study a bit more challenging. Yes, it's studying and it should be challenging, but I think the support from the tutors and the administrative team will help us and it will help make it more seamless and help us get a well-grounded student and experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Chika. David, you'd like to answer the question?
Okay, can you go over the question?
Sure, no worries. What do you think are the most important issues faced by postgraduate students?
Okay, so first of all, issues of unity, of acting in one voice. So I'm an online postgraduate student, and I notice one strong thing I notice is that everybody wants to fight their battles individually. And most of the time it doesn't work because you have to come together to synergize as a voice to solve these problems, because there are a lot of issues that we come across, being able to connect with our lecturers, being able to connect with the lecture modules, sometimes not understanding a lot of topics that you are being taught and things like that you're trying to reach out to the lecturer directly. But I feel like if we have a peer unity and communication amongst ourselves, we can speak orderly in one voice and we are able to help ourselves to make things better for us. Because even in a school community, you need to have a fellowship with your individual students. You understand? So a lot of us as postgraduate students, we don't know ourselves. We need more events to get to network with ourselves, to get to know ourselves, to get to be more with ourselves, to get to talk in one voice. So I see it as a very big problem, the problem of unity, problem of not connecting to each other. And I feel like if this problem is solved, every other thing is a walkover.
Great, thank you both for those answers. We've got a second question from Gagana as well.
Hi guys, it's very nice to meet you, and it's very exciting that you're running for this role. My question for you is regarding representation, and I don't know if you're aware, but our university has some students in Ipswich, which is down in England, and then we have other campuses in England and a lot of partner institutions around the world. So as a postgraduate officer, the winner of this post will be representing all postgraduate officers across the university. So how would you represent all demographics, all postgraduate students across the campuses?
Thanks, Kagana. Great question. David, we'll come to you first for this one.
Who's first?
You go first, David.
Can I go ahead?
Yep, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, great then. So first of all, if you've been noticing the student union, I've been sending series of emails right from 2-3 months back concerning getting to know students, getting to know my colleagues, and a whole lot, because I'm very inquisitive of getting to know my colleagues. So first of all, I'm going to see how well.
We've lost your sound there, David. I'm not sure if you
can connect through school events. The way I can see how I can coordinate, I can get to. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So, do you want to go back just a few sentences? We lost you for a second.
Okay. So I'm gonna see how well I can.
We've lost you again.
Connect, because on our student we have different. Can you hear me?
I can now. We lost you again. You cut out again for a second. Sorry.
Okay. On our student union platform, I saw.
No, we
have a lot of sport activity.
We keep losing.
I'm going to work.
Don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we keep losing you. Do you possibly want to try type in your answer in the chat, and we can read that out for you? Or if we go to Chika, and then we can come back to you to see if your sound issues are resolved.
Okay, let me fix my sound issues.
Yeah. Okay. We'll come to Chika first, then while you do that. Chika, the question was how you would represent students across all the different campuses at the University of Suffolk, postgraduate students. So if you want to give us an answer to that, Chika.
Okay. So thank you, Bradley, and thank you, Miss Hanning. I think those are part of the issues that we have, or I have highlighted earlier on, which is like a disconnect between us, particularly us, the online students, and the school, the larger school. Okay, I think one of the things that I want to be doing is partnering more with the respective arms of the school that would foster some of this engagement, some of this. So I saw a lot of positions for course rep, for different kind of aspects of the student union, which I believe caters to different aspects of the students, whether on campus or off campus and in diaspora. So
hello.
I think there's a whole lot of
Right. Yeah, we can hear you, David. Just give Chika a second to finish the response.
For me, my approach will be to deal from a good level of collaboration across both the student union and the authorities. But I think I work through the student union to meet at the middle, so that there is a compromise across from the school down to the students, in being able to network more. In fact, that's one of my manifesto agenda. One of my manifesto agenda is to create an enabling social and networking environment to enable tutors and students, whether alumni, online or off-site, to be able to, collaborate more and network more. So I think that
can you hear me?
Collaboration and teamwork from all and sundry within the school hierarchy, I will have to collaborate, I would have to engage more. And that is another thing that I am considering doing, engaging more to understand where the school may be coming from, what the processes are, what can we do to better it so everybody is accommodated, and so we won't have people online having a different experience from those offline. You know, everybody, whether they are on campus, whether they are in off campus, whether they are off site, you know, would have, you know, somewhat close experience. So I would work with other people and I will collaborate more. It will be a teamwork thing that I will pursue. Thank you.
Thank you, Chika. Robert, I see that you've joined, and we'll come to you in a moment. We're just going to come back to David to see if he's managed to resolve his sound issues. So, David, if you want to have another go at answering the question, that'd be great.
Yeah, can you all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, I'm so sorry for the sound issues earlier. So, as I was saying, so I'm going to see how I can collaborate with students in the school already, reach out to them across all campuses, know what issues they're facing in their respective campus, do a survey and see how well a lot of issues can be resolved. Then also coming through the student union to know because me trying to reach out to a whole lot of campuses will be a problem. So one plan I had is to set up captains for each campus. So I'm going to set up captains for each campuses that University of Suffolk partners with, and each captains will report to me. So I'm going to work with each captains for each campuses to make sure that information is being reached out to their campuses on time, to make sure that they are being carried along in everything we do and stuff. So when I come on board, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up captains across each campuses, relate with the student union, relate with the school authority to make sure that I can all work together with everyone across all campuses.
Great, thanks very much, David. Thank you both for answering those questions. Robert has joined us and is also a candidate for postgraduate officer. Thank you for joining us, Robert. We're going to throw it open to you to just do a quick introduction to yourself, why you're standing to be officer, what you'd like to achieve.
Yes, thank you.
Great. We can hear you for now. So do you want to give it another go? Do you want to carry on your introduction?
Yes. Sorry, apologies for the interruption, but I think I'm now on a better network. I said earlier on, I'm Robert Tonek, and I'm contesting for postgraduate officer. I work in a project. I do project management, more of finance and auditing, and I'm contesting on a platform of shared creating a meaningful connections between us, the students, amongst as well as the institutions. So I was on the point of how then do we create a meaningful connections? A meaningful connections can only be created, to me, if we have a better understanding of each other. And how do we then gain better understanding of each other? Is one, we need to devote more time to, particularly for the student lecturer sessions, and with a specific focus on the students who are attending through affiliate institutions like at UNICAF, where students do not have face-to-face sessions with the lecturers, but they are given academic materials. I believe if more time can be devoted to that, then they will be able to create a meaningful connections, because then the students will know what is expected from the lecturers. At times you read, but if you have someone to explain it to you word for word, then you'll be able to get a better understanding. And then advocate for students can share experience. At the moment, there is very little, because of the mode of delivery of teaching and tutoring. Students have very little time, and I'm glad for students who are a group of students at UNICAF who have created a WhatsApp group, and they are able to discuss some of those materials. But that is very limited to only those students. About if we have a bigger forum where each one meet, and at times the focus might be beyond academic. How can we ignite our entrepreneurial instinct? How can we become better and be useful to the community in which we live in? But also beyond that, we need to focus how our global community champion some of the global cause, like climate change, global sustainability, environmental sustainability. How can we contribute the knowledge, in-class knowledge, and bring it at the forefront of solving basic but what appear to be complex problems, be it in a business environment, but also outside the business environment. And I'm also looking at peer-to-peer assistance schemes, study schemes, where in a module, students can come in and share their experience. So that is what I'm looking at. And I believe we can achieve all these if we have one, student's time with the lecturers, we have two, better understanding of our academic institution and our roles as students. And that can be done if you have a student leader who is able to reach out to the different students at different campuses, get their understanding, and also get their opinion, act as a medium for sharing information between students and the school administration, advocate for students' welfare, where students know why they come to school and they are getting value for money in their academic lifestyle. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Robert. I think you probably started to answer these questions a little bit in your intro, but we've got two questions for you. So I'm going to come to Alex, our President Education first. Alex, do you want to ask your question to Robert?
Hi, Robert. Yeah, as Bradley's just said, I'm Alex. I'm the President of Education at the University of Suffolk Students' Union. You did start to answer my question, but my question was going to be, what do you think are the most important issues faced by postgraduate students?
Pardon, I didn't get part of the question right.
Sorry. Yeah, so what do you think are the most important issues faced by postgraduate students?
I think most postgraduate students come when they have work experience. So the issue is how can they learn from each other and learn new mode of solving problems that they are facing at work. And so the most important thing is to learn new skills, new problem solving skills at what they focus on their study. If I'm doing MBA management, I need to know how is the knowledge and the skills that I'm going to learn at my MBA level going to make me a better leader at my workplace, in my business, as well as in the community. Can I translate that, be able to interpret, decode the knowledge in class and apply it in society, both workplace and outside workplace? So to me, learning new skills is the most important aspect of postgraduate.
Great. Thanks, Robert. And we've got another question from Gagana as well.
Hi. So I don't know if you are aware, but this role would be the officer responsible for all postgraduate students. So they'll be across all of our campuses. So our offices are based in Ipswich, which is in England, but we also have campuses in other towns and cities and in other partnership institutions overseas. So basically my question is, how would you ensure that you're representing all demographics? All students across campuses?
Okay. Initially, I talked about I'm running on the platform of creating meaningful connections, and we need to utilize the technology, be it WhatsApp, Zoom, to create platform through which students are able to share experience, create network, ask for advice, but also learn new skills and knowledge. Where currently we operate in about 11 countries in Africa, and we are utilizing teams where we create not just to handle professional issues, but also if you got from one country in Africa to another country, what new things, culture have you learned? And we use our platform so that we share new cultures, new experience that we had from another country. So I'm looking at utilizing things, mediums like social media, using school website, using students' mediums to reach out to other students. Things like traditional approaches like emails, it still works because it is still probably the most preference, but also it's not bad for one to write letters to colleagues. but also having representative at the different campuses. We help us out to each other, learn about each other, and also share our experience. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you very much, Robert. Those are all the questions we have. So what we're going to do is, obviously we've got this recorded, so we'll upload the recording onto our website probably sometime tomorrow. And then we will email the candidates that weren't able to attend. Will have 24 hours to reply to any. They'll be asked the same questions you were, and they'll have 24 hours to reply to us. But the recording of this will get put on the website sometime tomorrow. So thank you very much. Thanks for making the time to come and chat about your campaign. And yeah, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it there then. Thanks very much, everyone, for joining.
Very
See you
much.
soon.
Nice to meet you, Robert.
Thank you.